Welcome everyone to my another episode on planet Rahu. Today I am going to talk about its placement in the third house. This is a very good placement for Rahu to be in because it is going to do a lot of good to the given native in whose chart it is present. The reason being, the third house is a mildly malefic house. It is 8th of 8th. So Rahu is also a naturally malefic planet and it will give you very good results by being in a mildly malefic house. Also, this is one of the Upche houses, the houses of growth. So Rahu will give you suddenness of growth and sudden rise in life when it is present here. Third house is also one of the Kama trines houses. The Kama trine houses are the houses of your intelligence. These are the houses of your abilities to think, to do business, to have gains in life, to connect with people, and the houses of sexuality. So these people will have all these traits in larger extent when Rahu is present in their third house. Some people who have their third lord present in the sixth house will be very good sportsmen if Rahu is present here, because Rahu is going to amplify those abilities. Any connection between the third and the sixth house will make you a sportsman. And if Rahu is present in its friendly sign here, then it will make you a national level or an international level sportsman. Also, you have to keep in mind that there shouldn't be any malefic aspect falling on your third house, because when we are studying the placement of planets, the aspects of malefic or benefic planets or the conjunctions of malefic or benefic planets can change the entire meaning of a given planet in a given horoscope. So you should keep in mind the entire horoscope, the planetary aspects, when you study the position of any given planet in any horoscope. So Rahu will make you extremely courageous, extremely strong. You will have a strong immunity, you will be very intelligent, and you will be very intuitive also. Rahu here gives extreme amount of wealth, and these people are billionaires. One of the examples of Rahu in the third house is of a very big business tycoon in India, Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani. He was one such example which I can think of, who was born in a middle class family, and he had Rahu in his third house. Now he is one such person who came up in life through his own efforts, through his own intelligence, and he created this empire of Reliance Industries, due to which he became one of the billionaires. And he is having his Rahu in the sign of Aquarius in his third house, and Saturn is present in his second house in the Capricorn sign. So this creates a wonderful yoga for extreme wealth, and Rahu does here very well. Even a person who is born with a very humble background can become very rich with this placement, but there shouldn't be any malefic aspect. In that case, the results would be nullified, or the results would become very difficult to get executed. So we have to keep in mind the planetary positions of other planets also. Now Rahu here will also give you lots of short distance foreign journeys, because third house is also about your short distance travels, and Rahu is about the foreign things. So it can give you foreign related travels to different countries. Third house is also about our neighborhood. So Rahu will give you a neighborhood which is not of your kind. So it can give you people who are foreigners in your neighborhood, or people who are not in harmony with you. So you may have issues with your neighbors, or you may have neighbors whom you are having no connection through any ways. So it can give you foreign neighborhood also. Rahu is also about your communication, and the third house is about IT, it's about media industry, it's about telecommunications. So these people would be very good with media related fields, if you have plans to go to the cinema industry, and if you have Rahu here, you can do very well here, and you can excel in the media industry, you can excel in the IT industry also. And Rahu can give you abilities to communicate very comfortably with others. Third house Rahu can also give you abilities to learn many languages, so you could be well versed with many languages also, and you can express yourself very comfortably if Rahu is present here. Now sometimes Rahu may not be present here all alone. There could be many planets which could be placed in your third house with whom Rahu may be conjunct. In that case the results would also vary. Suppose Rahu is with your moon, and suppose moon is in the sign of Cancer or in the sign of Taurus. In this case Rahu can make you a wonderful singer, so you will be having great abilities to sing, because Rahu is working as per the conjunctions or as per the dispositor. So if it is conjunct with a benefic, it will behave like a benefic, and it will excel the properties of that benefic planet. So with moon it will make you a singer, with Venus it can make you a great painter, a great artist, a great musician, or somebody who is into designing. So Rahu will give you good results with Venus also. If it is present here with planet Mercury, it can give you great abilities to communicate. You could be very good with mimicry, you could be very good with drawing, and you could be very good with communicating yourself, with expressing yourself, and with advertisement industry. Rahu with Mercury can also give you abilities in the engineering field, so you could do well in the engineering side of life also, where you have to communicate things to others. Rahu with Mars is also good here, because Mars also does good in the third house as a malefic, and especially if Mars is exalted here with Rahu, it can give you extreme abilities to become a strong fighter. Like it can make you a good lawyer, it can make you a good defense personnel, a good doctor, and it can make you a good sportsman also. So the thing is that here you are able to fight against all odds and difficult situations, and you can come up in life. So this placement with Rahu and Mars in the third house is also very good for a given native, and he will be very courageous and very strong. Rahu with planet Jupiter is also a good placement here. It will give you good abilities to speak, to put your views forward to others, to convince others, to preach others, to teach others, to be a writer or to be a poet. So it will give you good abilities as a journalist also, as an editor also. So it does good here with Jupiter. If planet Saturn is present here, then it can make you a good engineer or a good media person, software person. So it will give you those abilities, because Saturn also does well in the third house. So it will basically amplify the qualities of those planets. Also, if you have a few planets present in your third house, it means you do have some hobbies which, if you want to develop, can also turn into your profession. So it will give you great talents or some hobbies for sure if Rahu is present here. These people can be very secretive also, and if it is a good Rahu, as I have told in my previous videos that Rahu is good in the sign of Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, even Aquarius. Aquarius is its own sign, so Rahu does very well here. So if Rahu is in good signs in the third house, it will give you great talents, it will give you good hobbies, and it will give you good servants also, because the third house is also about your servants or your helpers. So those people would also be good towards you, and you would find them very handy, and it makes your life comfortable. Rahu here will make you stay away from your home. There is a possibility that you may not be able to live for a longer time at a given place, because here it will give you lots of short distance journeys, especially to foreign lands. So you may be most of the times away from your home due to this placement. Sometimes this position can also cause some disharmony between you and your parents, and of course adjustment can fix up many things, but this can give some issues related to the disharmony between you and your parents, or it can also give health issues to your mother because it is the 12th house to your 4th house. Sometimes with Rahu in the 3rd house, I have seen these people move away from their places of birth to study or to acquire education. These people may not be very religious if you have Rahu in the 3rd, but they do have faith in the higher power of God, and they would definitely bow their head if they happen to visit a temple, but they believe in their self efforts and they believe in their self worth. So that way they are very hardworking people, and they make big in lives with their hard works, and they come up in life all of a sudden, and they become very rich with this placement. It will give you great immunity power, also great power to do business. And yeah, I forgot to tell you about Rahu with Sun in the 3rd house. It is also very good for those people who are aspiring to become politicians or big bureaucrats, because with Sun it will increase those abilities in you, and you can become a successful politician, because Rahu is also about politics, and with Sun it can amplify those things. You can be a very successful politician or a bureaucrat. This position can also give you good abilities to do research and good abilities of clairvoyance. You could be very intuitive, and you could be very good with research. You could do very well in the detective agencies also, because these people are very secretive and they are very intuitive, and they would not disclose the things that are there in their minds. So, and the 3rd is the 8th of 8th house, so they can do very well in this field of detective agencies also. They will excel in that. This position can give you some problems related to your younger siblings, because the malefic like Rahu can either cause some loss of harmony between you and your younger siblings, or it can give them some health issues, or there is a possibility that you may not have a younger sibling, because Rahu being a malefic will harm the living aspects coming from the 3rd house. So either they could be very shrewd, and they may not be very nice towards you, or they could be living in a foreign land. So these things could be seen with Rahu in the 3rd house, and it can also give you problems related to your chest area or your throat or your neck area, and sometimes breathing issues are also seen with Rahu present here. But if Rahu is in good dignity, in good signs, and if it is aspected by a benefic, then Rahu will do a great deal of good for you. And if the 3rd lord has gone to the Kendra houses or to the trinal houses, then also the 3rd lord is deemed as strong, and Rahu will give you good results. The 3rd lord will not give you good results if it has gone to the 8th house or if it has gone to the 12th house. In all other places it will give you good results, and Rahu will amplify those results. So friends, this was all about the placement of Rahu in the 3rd house. Stay connected and do hit on the like icon if you found the video useful. And I want to thank you all for listening, and I will see you very soon with my next video. Goodbye friends.